Man, this thing ain't want me to go live for a second. What's going on? This thing ain't want me to go live, huh? All right, we in there. I hope y'all can hear me, man. Let me make sure we good. Give me a few. I need this to get everything situated. Let me double check, make sure everything's straight. OCO everyone. I hope y'all doing well though.
Set it on fire, 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 fire.
It's go time, Slim.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
OCO, freethinkers. You're now tuned into the realest historian on the planet. He's here to make you think. The best teacher you wished you had in school. Have your pens and paper handy and get ready to take notes. It's Dane Calloway.
This man is unstoppable.
You are watching a master at work.
Keep on, ain't got get on me.
Set it on fire, 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 fire,
All right. We should be good to go. We should be good to go. You know, shout out to those members. Hold up, I'm about to pull that up too. Let me pull that up. I'm glad you reminded me. Let me pull that up. Yeah. Blue Dreamer been a member for 21 months in a row. Been a minute since I put that echo on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Jonathan West. Thank you for becoming a member. B. Eaton, thank you for becoming a member. Preston Davis, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that, y'all. Tuck, thank you for becoming a member. Blue Dreamer, gifted 5 memberships. I appreciate that, Blue. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me switch these screens. We about to get to it. And right now, what y'all could do me a favor though and tell me where everybody, watching from right now. Put your city and state in there for me. Here we go. All right, yeah. So while we at it, because I believe the echo is still on right now. And before we get into this, let me see everybody, where y'all calling from. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Hold up. Okay, yeah. Let me do that real quick. Duval in the building. Shout out to Duval. What up, Florida? What up, Arkansas? What up, Springfield, Illinois? Chicago in the building. Yeah, I give shout outs. You know how I do. Honolulu in the building. Hey, what up, Hawaii? Hey, hope everything all right over there, man. Hampton, VA. What up, Virginia? Alabama in the building. What up, Firebird? I see you, sis. ATL in the building. Las Vegas in the building. Brooklyn in the building. What up? Bronx in the building. What up? Cincinnati, Ohio in the building. What up? Memphis teen in the building. What it do? Sacramento, California. Wait, another California that went up too quick. Shout out to Cali in the building. I see you. Cali ain't playing tonight. What up, Mississippi? South Dallas, Texas in the building. What up, Texas? Yeah. Vermont in the building. DMV in the building. Oh, this Paul. Y'all broke the chat. Chat broke. Hold up. You two gotta catch up now. That's what's up, though. Hey, chat broke it for some reason. Chat just said, swoop, it went right out. Brother Derek Coleman. Let me drop a bomb. Nah, big bomb. Why that? Where is that? There you go. Brother Derek Coleman gifted 5 memberships. I appreciate you, Elder. Shout out to Mrs. Coleman. Man, yeah, this one of them nights. Fort Washington. Oh no, that's a Fort Worth. Ooh, Texas, don't get on me. Shout out to Fort Worth, Texas in the building. Man. Look, tell you what, I'll make that up, Texas. This what I'm gonna do, Texas. I'm gonna make that up. Know what I'm talking about, Texas? Shout out to Texas, though. Yeah. Yeah, you already know what it is. Danville, what's going on? Montana in the building, Midwest in the building. What up, Montana? My boy got them beats also, too. If y'all need them beats, holla at him. He in the chat. He a mod. 13% community server also. Oklahoma City in the building. Yeah, Texas, y'all already know I got y'all. Y'all always show love. And since I've been here. Chi-Town in the building. What up, Chicago? Pittsburgh, PA. Vegas in the building. Louisville, Kentucky. That's a lot of fam in Texas. Absolutely, man. That's why I show love off the break. Charlotte, North Carolina. Minneapolis, Minnesota. New York, Brooklyn in the bar. I know what Brooklyn. There ain't but one Brooklyn. Okay? San Diego, California in the building. Atlanta, GA in the building. Atlanta, GA in the building. Augusta, GA in the building. Y'all heavy. Philly in the building. What up, Philly? What up, Staten Island? Jacksonville, Florida. San Jose, Costa Rica in the building. Hey. Haiti in the building. I saw you, Haiti. It went kind of quick. What up, Haiti? Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Minnesota. What up, Texas? Y'all deep. I see y'all H-Time. Yeah. Nah, so look, Bay Area, I see y'all. Selma, Alabama, Greenville, Greenville, South Carolina. Boston, Massachusetts, Columbus, Ohio. Absolutely, I appreciate the love too. I appreciate that. Shout out to Caleb Smith for becoming a member. Hold up, let me
Set it on fire. Fire. Fire.
Veld Opinions, thank you for becoming a member and gifted a membership. I appreciate that, doubling up. I'ma drop a bomb. Eat the Creek, been a member for 12 months in a row. I appreciate that. Pensacola, Florida, what up? We about to get into it right now, y'all. We about to get into it. Denmark, South Carolina. Woo! You out there. I know where that's at. What up, Central Florida? What up, Delaware? What up, Orlando, Florida? South Carolina, heavy. I see you, brother Kelvin. Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, South Carolina. Hey, everybody in here deep tonight. What's today? Look, I went live and forgot what day it is. I know it's late, but I forgot what day it is. I'm going to keep it real. Ohio in the building. Portland. I see you, Portland. Savannah in the building. Turtle Island. That's right. Yeah, so let me let's set this off. Stone Mountain, GA. It's Saturday? Okay, yeah. Don't tell nobody. We're gonna keep it between us. DMV, that's DC, Maryland, and VA. What up, DC? You know, that's home right there. Jay Young been a member for 18 months in a row. K Bless, thank you for becoming a member. I said keep it between us. You better not tweet that out. What up, Duval? Duval in the building. St. Paul, Minnesota. Seattle. Woo, Seattle. Y'all probably cold right now. Baton Rouge in the building. Shelby, North Carolina. Watts in the building. What up, Cali? 13%. I appreciate that. Hiya, Lone Star. You already know what time it is. Jay Young, thank you for, hey, let me drop a bomb. Thank you, Jay, for the donation. Seminole County, Florida. What up, Tonio? Memphis 10 in the building. You said it's ice cold out there? I'm pretty sure it is. Y'all wrapped up. Y'all probably double wrapped up right now. Woo! My Alabama in the building, Miami, Greenville, South Carolina, Toronto. Woo! Hey, what up, Canada? Y'all probably cold right now too, ain't y'all? Y'all probably cold. Don't lie. Canada cold. Long Island, Sacramento, Madison, Australia in the building. What up, Baywood? What up, Australia? What up, lad? What up, lad? I can't make that accent, but I know what time it is. Y'all always show love. Los Angeles in the building. Richmond, California. Yes, it's freezing. I'm sure it is. Listen, hold on. I got the echo on, do I? I don't. I do. Oh, let me cut that off. All right. So I'm about to get into it. Hold on. Let me take this music off and play some Resident Evil, because y'all already know what time it is, right? I hope it's turned up. I don't see no volume in that Resident Evil music. Y'all can hear that, right? Tell me if y'all can hear that in the background. It ain't supposed to be too loud. Long as y'all can hear it a little bit. Y'all can hear it a little bit, right? Because I don't see no volume. We good? It's supposed to be in the background. Y'all don't hear it? It's too low. All right, nah. I gotta fix that. So let me put that back on. That's crazy. Yeah, nah, I can't. I gotta go in and fix it. I can't do it while I'm live. It's all good. I just swapped music, though. I swapped music. Let me go back to this. I was going to play the Resident Evil because you know what we about to get into. All right, so what's been happening lately, some of y'all may be aware of that. Some of y'all may not. If I didn't already say this, K Bless, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that, sister. I wanted to share some videos with you all. This the one that, the first one I'm gonna be sharing. I'm gonna be sharing a few of them because of, a couple of things are happening about this particular topic that has recently became trendy for a reason. So it involves reports. Let me put it like that. It involves reports from Americans nationwide about sightings of strange drones flying in the sky. That's what I think I named it, strange drones. Did we double check? Yeah, I did. So some of you may think that this is related to Project Bluebeam. Now, others might believe it's a foreign country trying to spy on us, right? And then some may even suggest that aliens are observing us from their aircraft. Regardless of all of these theories or whatever, suggestions, we're going to cover it all right now. So I guess if it's all right with y'all, I want to get into this real quick, but I do want to make sure that I got this volume up too, because y'all couldn't hear that one. So I got to make sure that this is up. So let's double check. Let me quickly play this and y'all can tell me if y'all can hear this. Just an audio check real quick.
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I got to be honest here.
Can y'all hear that, right? Let me just double check. Press 1 in there if y'all can hear that so we can continue forward. We ain't going to have to worry about no audio issues. We good to go? Just press 1 if you can hear that. If that was loud and clear. Okay, that was loud and clear. We good? Say less. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to start off with this one. Now, this one, let me explain. This is a reporter from News Nation. I want you to listen closely to what he says because he's originally from New Jersey. Now, he says that his perspective on the New Jersey drones, because at first they were saying, that they spotted these drones in New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey. But his perspective about these drones changed drastically. Okay, after observing 50 of them flying in from the ocean. He said that the drones are reportedly 8 to 10 feet wide and cannot be detected because they do not emit heat. Now, I'm gonna try to save my take on this to the end because I want to get through a lot of different videos first so I can lead you up to what I'm about to state. But let me play this first so we can observe everything that these folks saying that I'm about to play. Then I'm going to get into it. Here we go. I'm already getting into it, but then I'm going to give my take. Let me say it that way. Here we go.
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I got to be honest here. When this story first came out a few weeks ago, as a resident of New Jersey, as a journalist, I didn't pay it much credence. I thought it would turn out to be a bunch of pranksters and this would all be over by now. The experience I had last night, however, changed the way I feel about this story completely. What I saw was more sophisticated than I ever imagined. Take a look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 lights, 6 lights.
I didn't believe what I was seeing, but what was I seeing? We're here in Central Jersey. We've been looking for the past hour. I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones. In fact, there's one over my shoulder right there. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky. If you look real close, they look like fixed-wing aircraft, about 8 to 10 feet wide, colorful, white blinking lights.
That is not a plane.
Definitely not an airplane, but what was it? Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones. Why do you think that is?
We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
Something they hadn't experienced until now. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50
Hold on. Now I see a lot of y'all that now those some good takes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like even I have a drone, and I know for a fact that it's a mandate that we gotta have white, green, and red lights on our drones. That's federally mandated. I know that for a fact. Now, in the beginning of this video, you can see that those drones had white lights, red and green lights. That means it's the U.S. hands down. I'm not trying to put it on just yet. I ain't gonna put it on nobody just yet till I show y'all. But me personally, I have a military drone, military style drone. I know that for a fact. Okay, when we took our drone and flew it up, they did threaten to take stuff down if you not up to par to their mandates. And I know for a fact that we have to have those lights on it. I know that for a fact. So whoever that is that's flying those that's flying those drones, military style, white lights, red, green. I know better than that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's the U.S. Whether if I want to point it at somebody, I'm going to come to that in a second, but I know better than that. I know better than that. You will get taken down if you're not up to par. Hands down. Here we go.
Of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that
That's
there
on
were
code,
50
by
that
the
came
way.
off the
On their
ocean.
code.
50, 50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer.
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat and they reported seeing 13 following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
I see one right here.
Did I see the same thing that officer saw? I'm still not sure. What I can show you is this video. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before.
Wow.
We're going to move on. I just want this to sink in. That's the first video. So again, that was coming from News Nation, and that was a reporter that's originally from New Jersey. He knew something was up when he got the Coast Guard involved, the FBI involved, and the Sheriff's Department involved, and all of them saying they don't know who that is. Because the next thing would be the military. And I'm gonna tell you right, let me not jump ahead. Let me play the next video. The next video is gonna be of the Homeland Security Secretary. He was on CNN. Alessandro Mayorkas, I believe I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I could be wrong, but he stated that, he stated that little can be done about the drones in New Jersey because they lack the necessary, quote, authority. Keep in mind that this is the Homeland Security Secretary saying that little can be done about the drones in New Jersey because they lack the necessary authority. I'm about to play it. Now, you're going to hear him suggest that people might confuse these drones with those purchased at convenience stores. I'm going to tell you right now, I know better than that. When you own a drone, you are not getting these type of drones from no convenience store here. Those drones are $3,000 and up. Let's start there. Now, the Alessandro guy, the Homeland Security guy, he said that he's confident that the drones are no threats. And he was going to be implying, you're going to hear him state this, he's going to imply that some Americans are mistaken for believing that they could be a threat. I'm about to play it now.
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, whoa, hold on. That's very important. Big time. Listen to what he said right in the beginning.
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Secondly, we have gone to Congress repeatedly.
They haven't seen anything unusual. They know of no threat. Listen to him. This is coded. Listen.
Asking for more authority to counter drone activity. And we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision, because he correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish the extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate their careers to the safety and security of the United States of America. Number one.
Okay, so his number one is stating that he should not undermine the people that they have in place, the experts that they have in place that are fully aware of what's going on. Then number two, he says.
Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky. That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Stop. Ooh, listen. If there's a threat, you are authorized to take that threat down. You are the military. What do you mean you don't have the authority to take them down? Something is wrong.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have...
That's cap. You are Homeland Security. I don't want to hear that shit. You are Homeland Security. What you mean? Limited. Listen to the title. Homeland Security. What do you mean? Limited. You are the security of our homeland. What do you mean limited? You capping.
On to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete.
Listen to how he mentioned three things that it does not correlate with what's going on right now here. Trying to say that they're limited in those three things as an example, but you can't give us a direct example of these unidentifiable objects. Apparently they're identifiable. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the sky, right?
To the particular missions, we can't just shoot a drone out of the sky.
Do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft? What are they?
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial drones as well.
8 to 10 feet wide is not commercial. I need to make that clear. I'm here to bring the truth. 8 to 10 feet wide drones are not commercial. You have to have a clearance. I know better than that. You could get them 5-footers. all day long. 8 to 10 feet, we talking military now.
But we know of no threat or nefarious activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
We know
now that's cat. I'm gonna keep going.
Drones,
I'm sick of this guy right here already.
Have weapons, have missiles attached to these drones. Wouldn't it be smart to at least get a look at these drones to see if they are armed?
Wolf, there is no question that technology has advanced in the realm of drones. They can fly farther, they can fly faster, they can carry heavier payloads. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances.
What?
The chairman of the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives, Mark Green, has argued for and advocated for that expansion of authorities. So has Congressman Pfluger. We agree with that advocacy, and we have sought increased authorities.
As you know, it's causing a lot of concern.
Listen to this
I'm here to calm those concerns, Wolf, and we'll be back if there's any reason for them.
We'll continue this conversation if in fact, these drones continue to show up over New Jersey and elsewhere. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And good luck. Appreciate it.
So, they can't shoot them down. Then he said that they very may well be commercially available. We know that's cap. He said that you could buy them at those small, they're not small. 8 to 10 feet is not small. You cannot buy them in in convenience stores. Not 8 to 10 feet. You got to have a clearance. You got to be up to code too. What that drone is. We're going to get into that. The next thing I want to show you is this. Hold on. Let me take this one down real quick. And bring this up. Hold on. And bring this up. All right, let me zoom in. Now, so who they going to put this on is what I'm about to read right here. So according to, and this is, I'm trying to hold my opinion to myself real quick. According to this New York Post article, the title reads, Iran's new massive ship left home port last month and went weeks without being spotted. I'm going to play this video, but let me read this part right here where it says, a newly minted and massive Iranian drone carrier was captured in new satellite images sailing in the Persian Gulf this week. The ship's first reported sighting since leaving its home port for the first time in mid-November. The satellite images taken Thursday by commercial operator Maxar Technologies shows 3 Iranian drone ships. This is it right here, 3 of them. In the waters of the country's coast, as theories have swirled in the U.S. that Iran could be behind the mysterious drone sightings across the tri-state area, according to Business Insider. They saying that's according to Business Insider. Iran's new carrier, the Shahed Bagheri, is a converted shipping container that was outfitted to support drone operations and was last seen on November 12th when it was captured by satellite imagery sitting in the Bandar Abbas, said the report. Now, what I'm gonna play the video now. I want you to pay close attention to what the video is of right here, is of the White House National Secretary Communications Advisor. I'm about to play that. So they blaming it on Iran in the article. Then listen to what he says.
We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat. Or have a foreign nexus. The Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are investigating these sightings, and they're working closely with state and local law enforcement to provide resources using numerous detection methods to better understand their origin. Using very sophisticated electronic detection technologies provided by federal authorities, we have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings. To To the contrary, upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully. The United States Coast Guard is providing support to the state of New Jersey and has confirmed that there is no evidence of any foreign-based involvement from coastal vessels. And importantly, there are no reported or confirmed drone sightings in any restricted airspace.
So, if he coming out on the same report, in that article, they posted this video within that article where they're blaming Iran. He coming out saying that there's no threats and they are aware of what's going on, then something is wrong. Now, it's quite obvious where Iran got this type of technology from. Being as though there is only one country in the world that has mastered drone technology. I want chat involved in this one. I need y'all to tell me who okay, in fact, this country that I'm referring to is also responsible for 80% of all recreational drone sales in the US. Listen. No, listen. Who do you think exactly? Who do you think this country could be? Y'all blowing it up in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. That's China. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay. Now we know that clearly. I'm going to move on to a few other videos correlating. I'm going to play this video of a TikToker, and the TikToker was indicating that a drone crashed on interstate, I believe that is 684. Hold on, let me double check. I believe that was Interstate 684 in Connecticut. However, drones typically do not have large font numbers to identify their owners or indicate the aircraft's identity. Here we go.
No way. Yo. No way. You got good footage? Good footage? Oh, they bugging. This fucking crashed.
Now, don't get me wrong. A drone can be that large.
Yo.
But.
No way. You got good footage? Good footage? Oh, they bugging. This fucking crashed.
I knew something was wrong. That's why I was like, wait a minute. That's a little too, like, that's not the drones that we were seeing. That's a little too large. That looked like a small plane. So I looked into it a little bit more, and I realized that I see why. Okay, the people thought this was an aircraft drone. Let me say they thought that this was a drone, but it's actually an aircraft because they saw it leaving New Jersey. But I can confirm that this is not a drone, and here's why.
We begin with breaking news in Westchester County tonight, where a small plane from New Jersey crashed on the highway just short of the airport.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh
ain't gonna have them type of numbers
with the breaking information
on a drone.
Josh.
Well, Bill, Sandra, you can see all the lights behind me. That's I-684, which is closed right now in both directions by the White Plains Westchester County Airport after this small plane fell from the sky.
Tonight, investigators stood watch over the wreckage in the middle of I-684, a small single-engine plane in ruins on the center median, right on top of the New York-Connecticut border. The pilot tried to land at White Plains Airport after declaring an emergency.
The tower, 298 Papa Mike, is emergency inbound runway, straight in for 1 second.
Over 298 Papa Mike, Westchester Tower, wind 30012, gust 22. The lights are up, runway 16, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, 16, 30 Papa Mike.
The plane had taken off from Linden, New Jersey just after 6 and was heading north up the Hudson when it suddenly dropped in altitude and made a hard right turn toward White Plains.
Number 8 Papa Mike, available.
Now that is weird.
2 people and about 2 hours, 3 hours.
Thank you very much. Runway 16, clear to land.
All right, you want to take Clear line 85 Mike?
It was no more than a few football fields from the end of the runway when it crashed on 684. Another pilot waiting to take off watched as the small plane went down.
I don't think it'll help much, but Executive 818, we saw him. It looked like he went down there to the right past the NetJets building behind it.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you. We're talking ops.
There were two people on that plane, the pilot and a passenger. One of those two people died in the crash. A second was taken with serious injuries to White Plains Hospital. It's not clear the latest on his condition or her condition. Meanwhile, the investigation will now be up to the FAA and the NTSB to complete. Local environmental authorities are cleaning up a spill of fuel. The roadway 684 remains closed in this area. It's not clear for how long. Of course, we'll have the very latest in the morning at 4:30 on Eyewitness News this morning.
So
tomorrow.
this is,
for now, we are live in Armonk. Josh Einiger, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
This is why you can't trust everything that you see or hear on TikTok, because most people are trying to do anything to become famous by gaining some clout or likes and views. And that's another reason why when this happens, like stuff like this, I gather up as much information as possible to better understand the subject before I discuss it live. I much rather be right than wrong when something serious is on the horizon. Okay, so I want to move on and show you something else. Now, what I'm about to show you, I'm trying to laugh because it is serious, but at the same time, I'm just trying to laugh it all because it's a little negative. I'm not here to, fair warning, I'm not here to scare you about none of this stuff I'm about to show you. I'm just showing you what has happened. People are reporting some things you need to see. The first video that I'm about to play is a live feed from the beach cameras that are situated on New Jersey beaches. These cameras are accessible to the public, meaning anybody could pull this up. The footage captures something explicitly, something that appears to be pulsing. This is Seabright Beach. Look closely. You see that? That's the, you can see the water on the, look, that's the water right there. That's the beach, sand. Look right here, y'all. What is that? That's something is pulsing. And look, if you don't believe me, good. You can pull this up. Seabright Beach, New Jersey. You can pull this camera up. This happened 12/12/2024. Now, of course, this comes after those reports of those 50 drones. So those 50 drones being spotted on the coast of New Jersey. What's that? Right there. What is that? Now, some people are going to claim that this was like lens flare. Like if y'all got a camera and something getting to the lens, then there's a flare. But that can't be true because all of the beaches cameras are fixed. Okay, don't forget that, meaning that they're always in that one stationary position. So how can, this is at nighttime on top of that. So how can it be a lens flare when there's no light around to create that? I'm gonna just let that play a little bit more, and I'm gonna state this. Now, I can't tell what that is, but I know it's pulsing. Individuals, I'm gonna go into it now. Individuals are reporting sightings of the drones in the sky in various states, though, not just New Jersey. This indicates that this phenomenon, let me call it a phenomenon, is occurring in multiple locations. Now, the news stations are also covering these sightings. They also are highlighting that they are being reported nationwide. Now, since the drones were sighted, multiple people have reported that the lights in their houses, apartments, in vehicles are flickering on and off autonomously, meaning no human is controlling the lights. I'm gonna play a few videos. The first one is gonna be of a civilian that's recording a parking lot. Look, I'm not playing. Full of Tesla vehicles in Georgia. All of the vehicles are flashing in lights. It's gonna look like a little car meet. But I want you to realize that no one is around. No human. No one inside the cars, no one around them. Watch.
Okay, legit, I had to like pull over and like pull this back up because I thought maybe it's a car party, right? There's a bunch of like those weird looking Tesla vehicles over there, and I thought maybe it's like a car club. They're just all meeting up. And it's a Thursday night.
That's all Teslas.
I just want to show you. But there's no one over there. There's not a body. There's not a person. Like if it was a car club, those are pretty common around Atlanta. But look at this. I'm going to zoom in just so you. But the video that I heard it was like this girl who was saying like, have you seen any of like the lights flickering or anything like that? And then there was a guy in Jersey who was like, yeah, my like house lights, my house lights have been going off and like flickering. And she made a video of like lights just like this doing the same thing in a parking lot. I have no idea how to find that or stitch it, but
they go Tesla truck too.
This is what's happening.
She gonna get out the car, watch.
Not a single person. And listen, I'll let the window down so you can hear. Because when I had like my radio on. There's no sound. Hold on, I'll even turn my car off. No sounds. Just cars going off. All right, interesting enough.
So that's what I wanted to show y'all as far as that one is concerned. No humans were present, as if they were attending to these cars while this was happening. So this unusual sight prompted her to exit the highway to capture this scene on video. This was filmed about an hour away from Hartsfield Airport in Georgia. I would just want to point that out, about an hour away. Now, the next video I'm about to show you is in Memphis, Tennessee, where Memphis, Tennessee residents also experienced the mysterious blinking lights. However, in this instance, let me play. There's Memphis, Tennessee. Now, this time, the lights were not just coming from parking lots full of cars. This is including the street lights, the houses, and cars in the distance. Look closely. I'm going to play it a few times just in case you couldn't see it. And it also appears to be some lights in the sky as well. I'm going to just play it a couple more times. Why do y'all think this is happening? Now, it was a lot of these reports. I saw some in Arizona. I saw some, Georgia, Tennessee, Arizona, somebody in Philadelphia, and it was somebody in, who was Connecticut. I didn't pull the Connecticut one, and it was Kentucky and Virginia. That's who it was, in Virginia. Now, yeah, but you can right now see that lights that you go outside with right now, the only time something will flicker like that will be some, car lights on your car that's kind of flicking with the lens that's on your camera phone. These lights are flashing. And it's not just from the street. There's cars, people's houses, apartments. What's that about? Now, it wouldn't be an EMP. Electromagnetic pulse is wiping electronics out, not making them malfunction. Well, in a way, that's a malfunction, but in this sense, it wouldn't be electromagnetic pulse because all lights will be out. Yeah, a 5G test. Okay. Everything is interconnected now. I agree. 5G remote control. Somebody said martial law. Now, Starlink is the internet. Starlink is commercially, you can buy it now if you have a business. You can get a Starlink. That's the internet. Frequency tampering. Okay. Morse code. Changes in frequency. I'm looking at the chat. A program malfunctioned. So what program could it be that's controlling the houses, the street lights? I understand that, like, they could be on the same one, but the cars simultaneously? They'll be able to touch the cars too? At the same time. Somebody said shadow government. Somebody said AI experiment. Okay. Somebody said Project Bluebeam. Okay. Okay. They can remote control anything with a chip. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a CME. Zapped from above. Interesting. Michigan lights are flickering. Okay, so it's happening in Michigan as well. Y'all listen, if that's happening to y'all or y'all experienced anything, y'all can say it in the chat. Y'all safe to say it in the chat. This is about us. Like, straight up, the government trying to hide it. We could talk about it. Like, we could talk about it. Since they don't want to talk about it, we can't. It's about bringing awareness. So I don't want you to think that you got to hold something back. I'm not about to be looking at you crazy. I'm not here to judge you. If something happened, something happened. It's about bringing awareness for everyone. So again, I'm not going to hold anything against you. If something happened, speak up. You want to send something to me? Join the 13% community server. You got a video right now? That's on yourself. Join that 13% community server. Pass it to one of the moderators, and I'll play it live. If it's on your phone right now, I will play it live. Guaranteed. Use that link right there that says join the 13% community server. Shout out to Levante. Hit that one right there where it says join the 13% community server. Join that. Drop that in there here. I'll play it live. Now, the first video was all Tesla. It was Tesla cars and trucks in Georgia. Yep. Now, I missed what Montana said. Montana, say it for me one more time, brother. I missed it. Everything has microchips nowadays. Yep. Even your cards, even your credit cards. A lot of technology is now Bluetooth, a magnet control. Good way to look at it, Juju. Direct energy weapons. Interesting. Smart meters. Yeah, they've been out. Yep. Sure did. Like, who made that mandatory anyway to throw them smart meters on them houses like that here? Who made that mandatory? And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Trump was in office because I was in North Carolina when that happened. And I made that person leave my yard because they were trying to switch it to the smart meter without my permission. Talking about something it wasn't up to me. Yes, the hell it was. This is my house. I ain't signed nothing saying you could do that. Kind of like that Netflix movie, drop the name in there. Look, ain't nothing off the table. Put it in the chat. This is what we here for. I'm about to move on and play some other videos, though. You think it's a setup for Project Bluebeam? Nanotechnology? Project Bluebeam aliens? Another tabletop exercise? Google anti-drone weapons for civilians that click on shopping. Wow. He just said straight up. Smart lights operating on Wi-Fi signal. Okay. They tested on our cell phones too. Yes, they did, Firebird. Yep. They sure did. I went live when they did it too. Sure did. And what? That was this year, right? That matter of fact, that live stream's still on my channel. And remember, they did it. They did the test not only on the cell phones, they did the test on the computers too. People forgetting about this, like this ain't add up. Remember when all those people went down? They tried to put it on Microsoft, and it wasn't just Microsoft that went down. Yeah, I remember that, right? That wasn't that long ago. Okay. Hackers, Russian hackers. Let's see. Let's see. Blackout coming. Let's hope not. I want to move on real quick to this New Jersey senator. Not that Congress representative. I'm about to play the senator now. Because the New Jersey state senator, his name is John Bramnick. He was on the news suggesting that the federal government is hiding something. He said that the federal government is hiding something so massive involving the drones that they are forced to cover it up in fear of all-out panic from the public. This is the New Jersey senator. Listen to him.
You know, this started as some questions, and now it's reached a point of almost insanity. You think about a United States senator who has to go out with the local police to look for drones. That's where a United States senator is getting information. We had a briefing from the state police, the colonel in the state police. He was frustrated. He had no idea where these drones are coming from. Not only did I call for a limited state of emergency and the FAA shutting down the airspace for drones, but also having the Department of Defense come in and answer questions. If the Department of Defense doesn't know...
Hold on. Did I hear him say that? Hold on, I missed that. I didn't know he said that. Hold on, let me hear that one more time.
Airspace for drones. No idea where these drones nation. We had a briefing from the state police, the colonel in the state police. He was frustrated. He had no idea where these drones are coming from. Not only did I call for a limited state of emergency and the FAA shutting down the airspace for drones, but
Whoa, that's major. And the FAA shutting down the airspace for drones. That's major. I didn't even have that in my notes. I apologize. I missed that one. I didn't hear him say that. Let me keep going.
Having the Department of Defense come in and answer questions. If the Department of Defense doesn't know where the origins are.
Look at that. Look at that, Brooklyn, New Jersey. Look.
So-called drones, then we're in trouble. We always thought that if there was something in the air the size of a car, that the Department of Defense would know where it came from, what its origin was, and what its purpose was. Now you have a United States senator going out with the local police, to look for fireworks at night? That is scary.
It is terrifying. Like Caitlin just reported, President-elect Trump is calling for government transparency, which you are as well. He's saying maybe shoot them down if we don't get any more information. What is your reaction to that?
Well, I would leave that up to the Department of Defense But how can the Department of Defense not provide information to the public? This is a shock to me. You know, I have a general belief in government, but this is taking me to the end of my belief that government is really being honest. Now, there's been some apparently top secret briefings, right, with Congress people. Now, they come out of that, and I heard Josh Gottheimer come at the representative, and he said, well, I'm not getting a lot of information, but I don't think it's a threat. So my guess is there is information, but they're holding it back. And now what you have is panic. Originally some questions, now you have serious concerns. And at the next point, somebody's going to do something stupid. So the Department of Defense has to come clean with the American public.
So to your point,
I agree, but don't say that. I don't say that somebody going to do something stupid. That's a negative affirmation. I agree what you're saying, but don't say that it's going to get to that point. But he does have a point. He has a valid point. With him being the governor of New Jersey, I don't know if he's Democrat or Republican, by the way. I don't know that. Yeah, I could probably say that in the chat. But the governor of New Jersey is echoing the representative of New Jersey in Congress. They're stating the exact same thing, that they are out of the loop of what the government is doing. No. I mean, now, of course, Trump going to say Biden behind this, of course, because it's the Biden's administration. Biden been gone. Biden been gone. We already know this. Ain't no control. Didn't Nancy Pelosi just fall and break her hip on marble the other day? All them, they up there in age, man. Ain't no, oh, they controlling something. Nah, it's the folks behind them. Y'all got to look into that. It's the folks behind them. It's that administrative state. Like, what's the point of the government holding it back from government officials about what's going on in their state? They need answers. They can only go to the police department, and they're limited in their resources to try to find out what's happening. The next thing to do is to go to the military, right? You need federal support. You go to the federal government, everybody turning their nose up. They got their hands up, not trying to provide you answers. Apparently, they don't want you in the loop because they know that you're a public servant. They know that you are going to tell the government, the public, because that's your job. So whatever it is, they don't want the public to know about it. What y'all think it is so far? So far, before I continue playing this video, so far we can acknowledge that the government is aware of what's going on. It's obvious for real. But they are aware of what's going on. Whatever it is, they sent drones up in the sky to what? Observe and report? Did they shoot anything down? We didn't receive any reports from anybody in these states stating that they shot anything down. There's no way that you could do that quietly. People can hear sound effects. Drones crashing is going to make, that large is going to make some noise. Especially if it's in the skies over, the areas of residence. Somebody gonna hear it crashing in their backyard. What do y'all think this is? Somebody said Anunnaki, Project Bluebeam, Small Hat Control. Ask Elon. Okay, on Twitter, it's a lot of video. Oh, it's plenty of videos. Plenty. It's not like this isn't happening. If I was to play each and every video I got, we'll be here for 5 hours or more. There's multiple people taking pictures and recording these drones. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They are in the sky. But for what? What do y'all think this? Why? They're not trying to tell the public that there is a threat or a possibility of a threat. What do y'all think this is? They sent drones up to do what? Okay. Measure the electromagnetic waves. Extra-dimensional, that went a little quick. I didn't see what that next word was. Tesla drones capable of using, that went too quick too. I couldn't read the rest. Now, nobody is talking about Hunter. Talking about Hunter. Huh? Hunter Biden? You talking about Hunter Biden situation? You talking about the news not talking about it? Because I'm sure the public already knew. that Biden was going to, pardon his son, if you're referring to that. Even Trump knew that. There was no way he was going to get up out of there without pardoning his son, or whoever is playing him is going to pardon his son. Lower frequency vibrations, drone testing over populated areas. All right, so let's continue.
He says they have no evidence of malicious activity or intent in these drone flights. What is it that they might not be telling us, and why?
Well, no evidence that this is a threat. What does that mean?
Right.
How does that help an average citizen and understand? No evidence of a threat? You mean they didn't do anything sinister yet? Well, yet. Yeah, I probably can make that statement, and I have no top secret clearance. Based on what I've seen so far, looking out my window, it doesn't appear to be a threat to our country. Okay, why? Well, because I looked out the window. That's all I'm getting from the federal government. And every single person, Democrat or Republican, has been calling for the same thing. That's why I have some concern that there is something very secret going on. Because how did the people with the technology have no idea, except it's not, if they're saying it's not a threat, it must be something going on that's real top secret.
Senator, have you had this kind of discretion from the government before when you've asked them questions straight out?
I've never seen anything go on this long. And why would the government allow the public to be so frustrated?
Right.
Why would the government allow a United States senator to be so frustrated? We heard this from both sides of the aisle. Now that brings me to the point that whatever these drones are doing, the government really doesn't want us to know. What that must mean is they're more concerned with us getting knowledge and being afraid of that information than having no knowledge and having all these questions. That's why I'm worried about it. It must be something going on that they can't tell us because they are so fearful of what the public's going to do when they hear what the drones are doing. There's no way the Department of Defense does not know what's going on. We have not heard. Have we heard one word from the Department of Defense? Zero.
Unbelievable. And you are calling for a limited state of emergency and a ban on flying drones like you and I just talked about a moment ago. The FAA has already imposed no-fly zones. The drones are still in the air. Nothing is being done. How would what you're calling for change the situation? Obviously, whoever is putting these drones in the air isn't really caring about these warnings.
Well, I'm not sure about that because who's ever putting the drones in the air they're not violating the law technically. So if we put that in effect, we would see whether or not these individuals who are setting them up are bold enough to violate the law. Right now, why should they stop, assuming they're a private entity? I never would believe that this is a private entity, but if so, why do we need, let me ask you a question. Is there some reason we need drones that badly right now in the air when people are panicking? Shut them down. FAA should shut them down. Who are they helping? All they're doing is creating panic.
I agree with you. To that point, what do you want to tell your constituents, Senator?
Continue to put pressure on, and it's not even state officials. I saw Larry Hogan said something the other day. This is the federal government that's not coming clean. And I'm not one of these conspiracy people, but if this continues, you're going to see conspiracy theories that, in my judgment, create panic. So come clean now. Everyone on both sides of the aisle is asking for this. And I'll tell you something, the citizens deserve better.
So what is he alluding to there? The conspiracy theories are going to come up and they're going to be, what do y'all think he's alluding to there that's going to get people scared? Because, I mean, isn't it quite obvious that they're up there to observe and report? If they're not taking anything down, something is up there. And I mean, they didn't just randomly do this, or did they? Shout out to Larry Walker. Thank you for becoming a member. Benjamin and Angela. Okay, it was cut off right there. Thank you for becoming a member as well. Don Brown, thank you for becoming a member. And Edward Foster, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that, y'all. But look, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna get just a tad bit deeper here, just a tad bit. Because again, really nobody really has the answers, but I did get a chance to grab a couple of things from the military. The first thing I'm going to show is a military drone expert sharing his experience from active duty in the Army, where he specializes in drone operations. Now, he discusses the specific department that he worked for and the types of drones he handled as an NCO. And those out there that don't know what an NCO is, that's non-commissioned officer, meaning he didn't come into the military with rank. Okay? He basically got to earn it. He got to earn promotion. So he an NCO. He also mentions that the public is currently observing 2 types of drones and assures that the government is aware of the situation. So I'm about to play the video right now.
I'm making this video because I have figured out what the drone situation is. I was in the Army, active duty. I worked on drones. I was a maintenance NCO for some surveillance drones. And before that, I worked on the Apache, the Kiowa. I know aviation. So what people are not noticing is that you have 2 separate types of drones and 2 separate types of things in the air right now. First off, the drones that you see with flight lights or anti-collision lights or the things that the FAA requires,
anti-collision
those
lights
are drones that are probably operated by the United States government.
Stop. Those red and green lights, that's what I was referring to. That's mandatory. You cannot drive those. I'm telling you, you cannot drive those drones up in the sky without them. That's mandatory, or they taking it down. He just gave you the correct terminology. Anti-collision lights, red, green. That is from here. That's federally mandated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. None. Those white lights are set so that you can see from your control unit controlling the drone. That's only for you to see. Those red and green, anti-collision. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm glad he mentioned that.
The drones that you see with flight lights or anti-collision lights or the things that the FAA requires, those are drones that are probably operated by the United States government.
Period.
Now, the orbs that you've been seeing on the internet, that is the reason why all those drones are up there. And that is also why the government isn't telling you what's going on. And that's because the drones that you see that look like regular aircraft, those drones are up there to get some information on the actual orbs, which are actually the UFOs.
But just let that sink in for a second. This ain't to scare you. This ain't the this ain't that. Run, y'all! Run! This ain't that. This is about awareness. You got the military coming out telling you that the military looking at something else, observing and reporting. They don't know what that is, but there's some unidentifiable objects up there and they need more information. They would not be sending all of these drones up in the sky for no reason. One thing I'm going to mention right here while we on this topic is the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018. Now, it was set to expire back in October 2023. I'm not sure if it expired, but the result of that FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018, let me say many believe that the federal government is using psychological tactics to manipulate Congress into passing the new HR 86, let me say it correctly, 8610. Y'all can write this down and go right behind me and check. It's the Counter UAS Authority, Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act of 2024. This act includes funding, of course, and it expanded government powers. Remember how they tried to say their powers were limited? It expanded government powers to monitor and control citizens, and may even be used as a pretext for acts of war against other countries. We know this to be true because they immediately tried to put it on Iran. Now, according to other military sources that I'm not going to name, okay, because I still need them in my corner for anything that happens, I need to tell you, the drones are currently being observed as a part of a military drill conducted by Space Force. Now, this operation is only being communicated on a need-to-know basis, which has led to a widespread confusion. Now, the sources that I'm talking about are suggesting that something significant is about to happen as, quote, full lockout, end quote, drills, y'all can do your research, are scheduled to occur between now and Christmas Eve. This operation involves a complete turnover of all radio, radar, and aircraft communications to the military for several hours at a time. Now, additionally, yes, listen, the satellite launches have been happening, quote, off the books, end quote, since October of this year. Now, the military source that I have indicates that the government is preparing for some kind of major, quote unquote, show for the public in the near future. Again, this is not to scare you. This is just to make you aware. They also mention, my sources, that CNN has visited their facility to capture, quote, pre-roll footage, end quote, for a future story. Now, of course, they don't have all the details, but they're following orders based on the information provided to them. And shout out to y'all. Okay? Shout out to my military folks that be looking out. That's still for the people. That ain't sell out. Yeah, I know y'all got a job to do. I appreciate that. Anybody else that's military that want to get it out, you safe with me. If you want to be anonymous, I'll keep it that way. I promise. Now, of course, I'm going to vet you to see who you are. Be prepared for that. But if you are a part of the military, you want to leak some stuff to me so I can put it out to the public, join the 13% community server right now. Yes, I'm going to vet you. Be prepared for that. You already know. I need to know who you are. And we'll go from there. Now, before I move on to this other one, let me get it ready. Let me just mention one more time that this is strictly about awareness. This is not fear mongering. Dane Calloway I don't got time for that. I have children and a wife. I got a family. I don't got time for that. I'm just telling you what's been happening since the government ain't telling you anyway. I seek to find out my damn self. And shout out to everybody that participated that allowed me to know what's going on so I could tell everybody that don't. Shout out to those of you that's been listening. When I move on to this next one, I'm not saying that I agree with this, but look, I'm just saying you need to listen to what's going on. Shout out to Patricia. Thank you for the donation. Control, yeah, period. That's right. Thank you, Patricia. You right though. Let me drop a bomb for Patricia. And Kingdom, thank you for becoming a member. Mary Jean, thank you for becoming a member. Effie's Travel Coaching, thank you for becoming a member. And Edward Foster, thank you for becoming a member. All right, so now this next video I'm getting ready to play is pilots in Oregon are reporting mysterious lights in the sky like everybody else. But this time, these pilots are saying that they moving at extreme speeds. You about to see the video. They describe the lights are moving up and down quickly at different altitudes. They describe that the lights are moving up and down quickly at different altitudes. One pilot mentioned seeing, quote, colorful lights, end quote, at various heights, including one that reached over 50,000 feet. You're going to hear him say it. The lights are observed zipping toward the pilots and then back out toward the ocean, appearing red in color and moving with remarkable speed. The pilot said his name is Joe Bully. I believe I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He said, I don't even know how to describe it. In this interview that you're about to see, you're going to hear him say the most striking aspect was how it changed direction. Normally, objects don't change direction unless they are an aircraft. Here's the video.
Red in color, moving at extreme speeds. I don't even know how to describe how fast it's moving. You are cleared to maneuver as necessary, left to right, to avoid the UFO out there.
This is Joe communicating with air traffic control while he...
Woo, hold on. Let that play again.
Red in color, moving at extreme speeds. I don't even know how to describe how fast it's moving. You are cleared to maneuver as necessary, left to right, to avoid the UFO out there.
This is Joe communicating with air traffic control while he was piloting that live flight call to the North Bend, Coos Bay area, and the UFO in question, if you look closely on...
All right, it's almost 4,000 people in here. I need y'all to spam that like button. I'm going to play that part one more time. You ain't going to miss nothing, I promise. But spam that like button for me, please. Do me a favor and turn that up. Do me a favor. Come on. Keep spamming emojis and flattening the chat. Turn up. Hit that like button, y'all. Turn up. Keep spamming emojis and flattening the chat. Hey. All right. I'm about to do it again.
Red in color, moving at extreme speeds. I don't even know how to describe how fast it's moving. You are cleared to maneuver as necessary, left to right, to avoid the UFO out there.
This is Joe communicating with air traffic control while he was piloting that live flight call to the North Bend, Coos Bay area, and the UFO in question, if you look closely on your screen, that little red dot that floats in and out of the video.
That was the one that was at our altitude that would come up to us and sit for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then it would go back out over the ocean, over the horizon.
He and his crew witnessed this mysterious object continue this odd behavior from more than 20 miles away for about 20 minutes total. This came after a United Airlines flight reported seeing similar mysterious objects zipping through the sky, ranging between 30,000 and 50,000 feet in altitude.
We're seeing 3 or 4 targets. They're all altitudes, up and down. It's pretty crazy.
One researcher suggests it's a light bouncing off a Starlink satellite over the Pacific Ocean, catching the eye of pilots, something that's reportedly happened before. But Joe says this ain't that.
That's why y'all said Starlink. And I'm telling you, the pilots know better than that. The pilot said this ain't that.
I don't think Starlink, like I said, satellites don't typically change directions. But then again, I could be wrong, but I honestly don't think it was. I've never seen a satellite move like that.
I reached out to the Federal Aviation Administration to see if they can confirm this UFO sighting. They kept it short and sweet, saying a pilot saw unidentified lights. The good news is it's not believed Joe or his crew were in any danger as they continued to fly down to Coos Bay and back up to their station in Aurora. But the mysterious object popped up on his traffic collision avoidance system. He says that's not something that a light reflection can do.
Right. Hold on. When that pop up, that's letting you know something in your way. That collision warning signal gonna pop up. Hey, something in your way. That ain't no light. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I don't wanna hear that. That's just like when you back up your car and you know the little backup camera and you getting too close to the garage or whatever it is, and it's just like that. To let you know you too close. You get when you get real close, it's just like that. They ain't gonna be doing that for no reason now. That's not what them sensors are on there for.
TCAS works off a transponder code. So for something to register, it was registering like an aircraft. So the weird thing is we were seeing it as an aircraft inside the aircraft, but ATC wasn't showing it on their radar.
Whatever it was, Joe and many others hope they can get clear answers. Reporting in Eugene, I'm Aaron Ariano.
Now, so what I want to do, I want to go ahead and state a few things. Like, I'm not the one to tell you what to believe and what not to believe. So I'm going to give my perspective on this whole situation. The military is aware of what's going on. They're aware of what's happening because it's their job to monitor the skies over America and report any unusual objects. I'm going to just call them objects. Whatever. Unidentifiable objects. However, I think the government is covering up the details while trying to figure out what these entities want. This is my perspective. Why aren't they informing the public? I suspect it's because doing so could cause panic, just like how the New Jersey governor suggested earlier. We're seeing more sightings than usual. It's been happening for years, but now it's happening abnormally. And these strange activities are occurring back to back to back to back. Now, if the public were informed that UFOs are entering into our airspace undetected, implying that some of these aircrafts have the cloaking ability, because remember, that aircraft just popped up on him, on this pilot, it would understandably make people feel unsafe. The fact that the government is operating in secrecy only fuels this speculation. So they know that people go speculate. I believe the government hopes that this situation will fade away in a few days and that people will stop talking about it. Yet the lingering questions remain. Why were these UFOs causing our electronics to malfunction? Y'all forgot about that part, didn't y'all? Don't forget those lights going in and out like that on cars, houses, street lights, anything electronical. It was causing it to malfunction. That's a malfunction. Now, how can people protect themselves and their loved ones? These are the lingering questions. And what exactly is the government doing apart from observing these unknown entities? So regardless of how you view this situation, something unforeseen may be on the horizon. We can only speculate about what may be happening because the government has not been transparent at all and has not been as transparent with us as it should be. I believe it's important for people to stay aware of their surroundings and the government's daily actions, especially with stuff like this. Like many individuals aren't prepared for any major catastrophe that could occur at any time. My goal, or the goal, let me say the goal is to inform you about these current events so that you can make logical decisions for yourself and your family. Now, it's evident that the government does not plan to assist the American people when the time comes. I mean, that's the reason why they're not being upfront with you, right? So I'll leave you with this question. What are you going to do about it? Now that you know, what are you going to do about it? Y'all definitely leave your comments down below. Y'all can say it in the chat right now. I appreciate those that came out and showed up and showed off. Sadia, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to all the new members and those that gifted the membership. Shout out to Derek Coleman. Shout out to Blue Dreamer. And wait a minute, let me make sure I'm not missing nothing. And shout out to, I knew it was one other person, right? Veiled Opinions. That's right. I got it up there. Thank y'all for gifting the memberships. Thank y'all for donating. Not all donations pop up on my side. I need to get with a tech to make sure why that is, because some donations I do miss on my side. For some odd reason, I'm going to get with them to get that corrected. I should be able to have that corrected the next time I live stream. And it's definitely going to be on a different topic, hopefully, but at the same time, if something else pops up, I'll be getting right back on it and informing you. But again, my military sources are strong, and they told you they don't have all the details, but the government is covering it up, okay? Because they know there's something in the sky and they need more information. They need to know what's going on. Notice I never one time said aliens, not one time. I want that to be noted. Not one time. I said unidentifiable objects. We don't know who flying it because they don't want us to know. I'm just saying. I love y'all. Y'all stay safe, fully aware. I'm going to see y'all next time. Most likely Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Y'all take care. Wado. I'm just here to make you think.
Slow down.